Welcome everybody back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Frieren. Let's get off. Just do this for now. Yeah, that's better.
It's a bit intense.
We're watching in the dark today because we're kind of tired. The lights are kind of hurting our eyes, so we're turning them off. This is Frieren, Season 1, Episode 12. A real hero.
A real hero.
Real human being. I guess it's spring now?
Yeah.
We're on our journey again. Let's see what happens this time in Frieren. Leave a like, subscribe, check out the uncuts on Patreon, and let's go. Do I have time to mess with the tint?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's not really changing much.
No.
I'll put it there. That looks fine. I don't know if it made much of a difference, but...
It's not spring. Well, maybe it's spring for the mountain.
Well, yeah, it might be. They said they waited through the winter, so...
Early morning for you, Frieren.
She'll be fine. What if you're just this powerful elf that's lived 1,000 years, and you just fall down the little step of stairs and then just like crack your neck and then you're just fucking dead? Why? You protective of her all of a sudden? What?
You can't even divide that properly among the four of them.
That sounds like some Griffith shit right there. Sounds like this is a cursed sword. How's she thinking of that moment? Oh, was the last time they were here?
I can, but I don't want to.
What?
Too eager there.
I feel like if you're thinking of it that way, Fern, then I'm not sure those in a glass house should be casting stones. Are they all dead?
No.
Okay, creepy child. Oh, she's like the princess of this village.
She like...
Mushi. Village of the Sword. Arthur Pendragon's village. But it was a fake sword. So they say. That building looks like one of those Japanese apartment buildings.
Oh.
Which duty would that be? Monster extermination? The Lord of the Mountain.
Oh.
Shit!
Oh my god. Well, because Freeren said she was gonna be here like 30 years ago.
The local economy isn't exactly booming. We don't have a lot of trade up here in the fucking mountains. Is that where the Lord of the Mountain lives? Just look at the far off mountain.
Them.
Yeah. What's gonna come out of this cave? Or are we about to see some Princess Mononoke
The
shit?
sword's still in there. Because he never bothered to get it, maybe. Oh!
Ah, he's fine.
It's like that thing in Genshin that you have to fight. Like, to like,
Yeah.
get materials.
Was it crying? Oh, it was slobber.
Blasted away. Not even a problem. It's crazy how overpowered they are against just like normal monsters.
Mm-hmm. It was never pulled out.
But they still show up.
Also, it's not like a big secret.
But he was still a real hero. Even with a fake sword.
That's her grandma.
Look exactly the same.
Stark, try pulling that sword.
He doesn't even use a sword.
Who cares? Maybe he's a real hero.
I left it, pulled out the sword, and it was just rusted beyond repair and completely useless.
What if Freeren needs to pull the sword? It's not even, it's a gender thing. You think it's gonna be the male, like, Arthur Pendragon guy, but no. Give it a try. It's not illegal. You're allowed to take it if you can pull it. From the OP. That person from the OP that looked all badass.
She's like, yeah, please make it 50 years, because I don't know if I'll be alive in 80 years. Look at that nice dog. Well, you're in town all day. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm sure he'll really want that.
What is this?
You're gonna snoop through all of his stuff to see what he might like. What a helpful guy. It sounds like the TikTok comment sections when someone's like trying to hype someone up. It's like, this person saved my life, and they opened 10 animal shelters. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh.
シュタレク様。あの雲、おっぱいみたいだ。エッチだった。マジかよ。あっちはうんこだ。いつガキなんだ。後で出るんだ。リアクションに困るよ。シュタレク様。ヘルン、頃にあのだ。なんでもないです。
So dumb.
少し歩きませんか。はい。いや、ふざけていたわけじゃなくて、誕生日にプレゼントとかもらったいんだ。
You gotta get him like a good dessert or something. Whatever that thing was that was bigger when he was a kid.
Yeah.
そういった風習だったのですか。いや、単に俺が大事にされていなかったんだな。あの故郷は戦士の村でさ。弱いやつの居場所なんかなかった。手に何たるざまだ。シュトルツを見習え。一一つどの一つさえ跳ねていない。それに比べてシュタルク、あいつは失敗だった。毎日やれるというのに、まだ一度も守ることができない。具体に稽古をつけてくれ。やるなよ。
What voice is that?
時間の無駄だ。シュタルク。兄貴。いい集中力だ。お前はきっと強くなる。でも少し構えが悪いな。
He like completely sullied his cloak so he could teach him. Demon. A demon, not just any monster.
プレゼントを選びに行きますよ。ないなら勝手に選びますよ。分かったよ。
What if he somehow finds the same potion that Freeran had and picks it?
じゃあこれにしよう。
That's fine. Whoa, Chef Freeran.
It's gonna be bad. Oh, there's
His
burgers?
His favorite. Oh, this is what he.
No, it's hambagu.
これはね。そういえば誰かのタイプハンバーグを作って。これは俺の地方の風習でな。精一杯頑張るための贈り物だ。
That's nice.
I guess that's why Stark is familiar with it. Yeah.
I love him. Every time.
兄貴、何作ってんだ？ハンバーグ。誕生日だろ？親父たちには内緒だぜ。逃げろ、シュタルク。お前は生きるんだ。アイセンからレシピをもらったんだよ。どう？美味しい？あとこれ、まだ少し残っている枯れた頭からかけるです様。ああ、何それ？何は関係ない。聞きたい。どういう？なんで？いやだからって。
I don't know what it does. Did it always have the lyrics?
Yeah, I think so. Most of the time, at least. This is definitely not the first time.
どうした？フリーレン。年上のお姉さんが好きだ。
you think of that?
A really good episode. That was so sad. I like getting more of Stark's like backstory, because I didn't even really think about the fact that we only like we didn't know how he like got to Aizen or anything. Like we just. Like,
I think we knew
I guess,
that his family
I guess
died
so,
and
but
that he ran away.
But we
yeah,
didn't know
we knew that.
I guess I forgot, and we didn't really know any of the details about it.
Yeah. I'm not sure if we knew that he was from like a village of warriors,
I don't think
but
that we knew
I
that.
knew that he said that he ran away from his family when they were dying. Yeah.
His brother, awesome guy.
I wonder if this is I might be thinking too hard into this, but it might be set up for something else with the Demon King. Maybe the Demon King's not dead, and that's because with Frieren, it's like the Demon King sent people to kill her village, right? Sent monsters to kill her village, and it worked. And then it seems like this is kind of an echo of that. It's kind of a similar thing. This like really powerful village of super powerful people, and then. He says like, oh, monsters show up. That looks like a demon to me. That looks very much like Lugner.
Yeah.
Shithead.
But I mean, demons are also known for just destroying everything all the time anyway, so.
Yeah, but it looks like, also has a big axe. Very similar to Stark, but, so that's kind of interesting. And all these guys have swords, but Stark uses an axe. I guess because he's trained by a dwarf, but yeah. But... maybe this is evidence of some kind of, another uprising, not just, or some sort of other thing, business left unfinished by Himmel, because, the whole fake hero thing that we learned in this episode. He did his best and they did accomplish their mission, but maybe that's also sort of hinting that something was left undone, possibly. I'm just saying, because this is like, what would it be? He was like 5 there 15 years ago, so like 65 years after the defeat of the Demon King, and then a demon attacks the village of warriors. It's like super powerful and kills them all except for one.
Yeah.
And maybe there's a prophecy attached to like the sword, the true hero that will like vanquish darkness or whatever.
It literally said that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay. I missed that. I missed that part.
Yeah,
of it, but
it said like so we could check, but it said something about like
I missed that part.
Hero that will like stop the calamity of this earth or something like that.
Well, then maybe either Frieren or Stark probably. Well, because all of his family use swords. I bet Stark will pull it. Maybe. Maybe
I can't
not.
tell, or if it's more thing, because like the sword looked all fucked up. Like I was joking that it was all rusty, but it actually was. And I wonder if it's sort of like you don't have to get like blessed or prophesied into being able to do something.
Yeah.
Even if you have a fake sword, it doesn't matter as long as what you're actually doing is good, because I feel like a lot of times there's like the false hero kind of person that like gets the magic sword or like gets like the person of prophecy, but they're actually just kind of shitty and like don't do a good job, So I feel like it's, to me anyway, I feel like the story is maybe going more in the direction of that, like, it doesn't matter. You don't have to pull the sword out of the stone to be a hero.
Yeah, I agree that that's literally what the episode was about, but I'm thinking that because we're on another journey now, maybe there's a reason for that, and maybe that's the reason why he couldn't pull it, because their journey ultimately maybe didn't complete the full, maybe they went 95% of the way there, and they thought they finished everything, and that's the whole point of the thing, but maybe they're setting up for... and maybe he won't actually pull the sword, but maybe that thing of like Himmel they're going on this journey to a place that they think is destroyed. They think that the devil, but then we see the devil presence, or not devil, a demon presence all over the place afterwards, especially here where they're like striking out against this village. And it could just be out of their own, just for no reason.
Yeah.
But it may, maybe it is a coordinated attack. So maybe it's the Himmel not pulling the sword is I think literally like the point of the story is it connects like as far as what happened in the episode, it connects Stark to Himmel in that like they both feel like they're unworthy, or like Himmel felt like kind of had this thing where maybe he was unworthy, but he was going to make himself worthy by actually doing it. Stark is like sort of wavering because he feels unworthy. He feels like a coward, but his brother believed in him and wanted him to live. And he, you know, and Eisen believes in him, and everybody is looking forward to him, and he's trying to get this confidence, and he's making some progress, and he's growing up, and it's great. But my point is, as far as that's what happened in the episode, that's what the episode's about. But like, what if, is it possible that this is sort of setting up for another demon conflict? Is that the reason why we spent so much time with Lugner? Is there like a greater overarching plot reason why we spent like three episodes like fighting this demon guy and like this other demon girl that was like outside of the village? You know, is there a reason why they're reintroducing demons? And like Flom was like super about demons, and Free Ren's village was killed by demons, and Stark's village was killed by demons, and they're going to kill they're going to the place where they killed the demon king, and that was the ultimate evil, and they think that it's over. But you know, maybe the story, it feels like it's kind of creating this sort of pattern, and maybe it and also like hinting that with the sword not being drawn and there being a prophecy attached to about like ending the calamity, that might just be like a story. And it's possible because of how subversive this series is about like you really going down, like how we talked about earlier on in the show, really going on with all of these like conventions and everything, and all of these like the classic tropes of the adventuring party, and they go and kill the demon king, and you know all that thing, and there's a mage and a healer, a priest, and a dwarf, and a fucking hero main character guy with a sword. You know, they're striking all of these very tropey things on purpose because it's about, you know, viewing things from kind of a different angle. So you need all of that sort of presupposition in order to tell the story that they want to tell. So it's possible that like the thing attached to the sword is just like contributing just to this self-contained episode thing, but because of there's like seems to be maybe a bit of a pattern for me, they're focusing really hardcore on demons. They're not talking about vampires, they're not talking about werewolves, they're not talking about whatever. They're going into they've been building up demons a lot. So maybe they're setting up for like an overarching plot thing. That's what I mean.
I also think that there's potential for like this, like I agree that could be a thing, but because of how like the story is like really trying to take it into a different direction and not just like the same thing happening again. So I'm thinking, you know, maybe there won't be anything like big with the demons, but maybe we'll run into this demon, this specific guy again that, you know, killed his entire family, and he will have to kind of avenge them and like not run away this time and improve himself and stuff.
It looks like a very high-ranking demon. It looks like a very powerful guy. I mean, they're all super, super strong people here.
Yeah.
So this village kind of reminds me of Sango's Demon Slayer village in Inuyasha. There's like the cool girl with like the eyeshadow. She's got the big boomerang. She has like the Firefox little thing. She's like the ninja suit. She's really cool. And she's from like a Demon Slayer village.
I like it's kind of cool to have all their, I don't know. I like the way to like easily like characterizing the village and the brother like really quickly with these white cloak things. It's like, oh, if you let your cloak get dirty, then you're shitty, and we don't respect you as much.
Yeah.
And he can, you know, take down all these creatures without getting a single speck of dirt or blood all over his cloak. But then he'll kind of, you know, get down to his brother's level and get like splattered up, and then you saw later when he's kneeling down and his cloak is like totally all ratted up and destroyed around the bottom, and his pants too.
Yeah. It's funny because in Game of Thrones they have the same thing where like the Kingsguard all have white cloaks, and the idea is that they're so badass that like their cloak is never tarnished and they're like pure because they're so skilled. But the reality is just that they're like in the capital city and they don't see very much combat. And like Jaime Lannister, like he's a really badass fighter, and he's like one of the best swordsmen of all time. But like Ned Stark's just like, you don't have a scratch on that armor. He's like, oh, they always seem to miss. It's like in reality, he hasn't been in many real fights since he was like a teenager, and there was a rebellion going on. So you know, it's interesting in that world. That's a similar sort of using all the tropes of like fantasy to tell a completely different type of narrative. And then they're doing this in here, but again, it's just characteristic of Free Ren that they lean more into like the sort of fantasy, like gung-ho fighter element of it, and it works really well, obviously, because then they subvert it in a different way of rather than the brother actually just being a, you know, hard-ass dickhead who is either really distant and hard on Stark and like, you know, really high on himself, or like an Itachi figure, which is what I was gonna say. Is like me, or is this literally just Sasuke and Itachi right now, and he's just gonna kill the whole fucking village? Maybe he did, and that would be a pretty crazy twist. Like after Stark runs away, he just fucking slaughters everybody and acts like, you know, the demon did it. I don't know. What would be the reason for that? And it doesn't seem like the type of show for that, which is why I didn't say it during the reaction.
What if, like, none of them actually died and they actually defeated that demon, but Stark had just already run away?
Yeah, he has no idea.
And
he thinks they all died, but he just left and didn't hear from them.
Yeah, he didn't even go back to check. He got lost in the woods, didn't know where he was. He was like,
found by a dwarf.
My family are dead!
Aizen's been thinking the whole time, like, I've been hearing in town, I don't think they're dead. Free Ren and Fern are just like, he keeps talking about his dead family, but I think he comes from that village and they're fully alive. Like, they've actually been doing really well for themselves. There's a reason why our journey's been so easy. It's because they've been killing everything before we got here.
Yeah, I like that little kid Stark was cute. I like as well how, like, the dad is like, you see, my son, the best, his cloak is pure white. And he's wearing a black cloak. It's like, like he doesn't hold himself to the same, he's like shitting all over Stark and being like, oh, this kid's trash, but he's not even on the level. He's just like holding his kid to an impossible standard. Yeah, I also like how Stark is wearing red though, like as if he, like the whole thing is like they wear white so that it like shows up the blood to like, but he's wearing red, which would obviously hide the blood and dirt a little bit more too.
Yeah.
Also, it's just his color. And I love that with the little hamburger steak things.
Yeah.
How that was like his birthday, and again it shows Free Ren is actually like paying so much attention, like way more than she thought. Like she knows exactly what to make him for his birthday because she remembers that Aizen would have made that for her, and she figured that out the first time too, when she supposedly like wasn't paying attention to them at all and like didn't care about them because it was only 10 years of her life, but she like noticed, hey, you keep like making these on our birthday, you know, what's the deal with that? I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. And because it shows a lot of growth on Free Ren's side of things, like very subtle growth, that like things are, these, you know, things keep happening, and like she keeps like running into all these memories, and then she's getting better about handling them each time. Like if you compare this, like with the hamburger steak to like the sunset or whatever, where she like doesn't quite get it, but is like, maybe it's kind of nice. But yeah, this time it's like she's taking a fully step, and it's like an active step in this, you know. Very cool.
I like that.
And I love that his brother made it for him too, and he didn't understand the connection.
Because he said, oh, my family never gave me a birthday present, but like maybe my brother was different than the rest of them. And then it's like, oh, he really was, he made me a nice thing. And he's like, don't tell anyone. Yeah, he just gave it to him, but he never knew what it meant because no one else ever gave it to him or like told him about it because he wasn't a good warrior.
I wonder if everyone else got them when they were good. Like,
probably.
That's probably what it was, yeah. I thought maybe they were going for like, oh, we don't reward, you know, the basics to anyone. And then he maybe knew about it. But yeah, maybe, I think you're right. I think that older brother probably got them all the time for his birthday or for you know, a big victory. But yeah.
Sad. I like this girl.
She's so funny how she's just like, exactly like her grandmother, but younger, and is just totally chill. All right, see you in 50 years. This is the most significant moment of my life, walking away.
She's been alive for like, I don't know how old she is. Like, she's like 12 years old. And her entire life, before, like, her grandmother's dying words to her was like, Free Ren, she's late, but she will probably be here eventually. You will meet her, and then like it's like she's just waited her entire life being hyped up for this moment, and then Frieren just actually shows up. It's like her like a bedtime story like character is just showing up, you know.
Very funny. Yeah, that whole sword village thing is interesting. I wonder if we're gonna be like stuck in this sort of area for a little bit while we deal with like maybe we'll run into more of like what happened with Stark. Or maybe we'll get closer to the Demon King's castle and that thing the demon that killed all of his family will be there.
Yeah. Just lurking about.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm wondering if we're gonna see more elves coming up.
Yeah.
Because we kind of got a little bit of it with Craft, and I wonder if we're gonna see more. Because at the end of the episode, how they have all like the like lines and stuff. Frieren said something about like, oh, she has an aversion to her own kind or something.
Oh.
So I'm wondering if we'll see more elves. I don't know.
Aversion to my own kind. What if it's revealed that it's like she killed all of her village and it wasn't even a demon attack? I have an aversion to my own kind. That's why I murdered everyone I knew.
I would have murdered Kraft, but you two were here and it just didn't seem quite right.
Also, his name's Kraft, and if I'm right, that means power. And he's clearly much older than me. I'd probably die. I wonder how powerful he is.
I know. It's so funny because he's like... He's clearly like super wise and powerful and old, but he didn't do anything, you know? Like he was just doing squats to stay warm in a house and then just like messing around, kind of like hanging out with them and teaching them and stuff.
Anyway, see you guys next week. The show's incredible as always. W Show. See you next time, Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.